a new tractor coming to Piney Grove, and I'll just go ahead and call it my forever tractor. What's up guys, Brad here from Piney Grove, and before we get into this video, thank you for watching our videos, thank you for supporting our channels, and thank you for clicking this particular video. In the last few videos, I've been slowly letting the cat out of the bag about some new developments out here at Piney Grove, and specifically about a new partnership, and very exciting for me, a new tractor coming to Piney Grove, and I'll just go ahead and call it my forever tractor. So yesterday was the first day that I used a grapple on this Kubota L3901 because I didn't have any kind of remote hydraulics or third function up here in the front of the tractor, and I put on a kit from Summit Hydraulics, and I loved it. I had a great time with this thing yesterday. But in the video where we drained our pond to get it ready to fix, I hinted about the fact that I'm getting a new tractor. It's been ordered. It's actually at the dealership, but it's getting the accessories put on it. And I asked folks in that video to guess what brand, what size, what model tractor was I getting. And then I flashed a quick jingle from a local tractor company.
More than a tractor store.
And some of you guys caught on to it, so some of you know the model, not the model, but the brand of the tractor. Now, I think the most guesses were for TYM, and actually specifically for the 4820, which I know of two people, Joe the farmer and Lucas over at Peaks Peak Hobby Homestead. I think they both have 4820s. And there's a bunch of other content creators that also have TYMs. And if you listen to that jingle and you Google that company or follow the link down in the description of the video, you'll know that my next tractor is not a TYM. In fact, you'll know what brand my tractor is. But I'm not going to reveal the model or anything like that. But I will say it's a bigger tractor. And it's going to be some exciting content because it's going to compare this tractor here, which is around a 40 horsepower tractor, to the new tractor, and why I built it out the way I did, why I didn't get a different model, and basically why I need a bigger tractor out here at Piney Grove. We share our experience with tractors and heavy equipment out here at Piney Grove. When we have it here, doing work either by ourselves or we have a contractor doing it, and we also have an excavator and zero-turn mower, and we just like to share that information with you guys, show you what we chose, why we chose it, and how it's performing for us. And because of that reputation of using equipment and having, you know, various equipment out here in Piney Grove, we'll get questions in the comments, we'll get emails, we'll get personal messages on Facebook of what tractor should I buy. Chief and Charlie are doing a good job of keeping me full of compost. But this is my fourth Kubota L Series tractor, and all of them have been different horsepower except for one. I had two L3800s. And when I posted that one time on a viral short, it got like 2 or 3 million views. One of the most prevalent comments was, "That's not a flex." Nobody should be bragging on the fact that they've, at this point it's 2,000 hours or more, but nobody should brag on the fact that they've done 1,700 hours on 4 tractors. And I understand where they're coming from. They totally misread my statement, because my statement was basically trying to say I probably have more hours on a compact tractor than most people, or the way they heard it was I had broken 4 tractors. I can tell you right now, every one of those tractors, because I know who bought them from me, are still alive and well, and as far as I know, none of them have been to the shop for service. I bought this tractor used from my friend, and I didn't need it. I already had an L3800 that I had only had for maybe a year or so, but he bought this brand new from the dealer. It had 175 hours on it, and he sold it to me because he was getting out of hunting, he sold it to me, and I did not put the price on it. I do not price things for my friends. I ask them what they want for it, and I either pay it or I don't. I don't want that to be a problem with friendships. So he set a price, and before the bits got cold on the text, I replied back and said, I'll take it. One time I upsized from a 28 horsepower to a 38 horsepower. Another time I sold out my tractor to my friend, and then I bought another one, and then I bought this one from another friend. So that's why I've exchanged so many tractors. But at this point, I've got 2,000 hours on these Kubota L Series, and my advice to anyone that's looking to buy a tractor is get one that fits you. And I can't emphasize that more than anything else. The tractor's got to fit you. You shouldn't have to like constantly adjust things on it. I mean, you should be able to sit on a tractor and it works for you. And for the most part, tractors are the same with their controls. But I can tell you right now, Kubota has the best hydraulics. And also Kubota has their own engineers. These are things that I take as gospel, things that I don't think are disputable, but I'm also not in the habit of telling people what brand of tractor to buy. I'm more about get a tractor that fits you, get a tractor that you can feel comfortable in and does the things you want it to do. But if you go on forums and people are like, hey man, I'm considering this tractor, I'm considering that tractor, the biggest number one response you'll get, and I agree, is who is your closest dealer? Number one above all else, over color of paint, over was it made in Korea or was it made in Japan, is where is your closest dealer? If it's John Deere, if it's Kubota, whatever it is, most advice, or the most prevalent advice, is buy a tractor that has a reliable dealer close by you. And that leads into my new tractor. So because I've had Kubotas, I had a good relationship with where we used to live with the dealer. And it was a mom and pop dealer. And slowly those mom and pop Kubota dealers, and it may be other manufacturers as well, are getting bought out by these bigger names that have multiple locations. And what I noticed with my old dealer was the service, the friendliness, the familiarity of me and knowing me just wasn't the same after they went big time, big name away from, you know, the Bob and Linda Kubota tractor store. So that wasn't just my opinion. That was also my friends that owned Kubotas that went to that same dealer. They said it just feels different now. So when we moved out here to Piney Grove, I was an hour away from that dealer, so I had to find a new dealer to get service items for my Kubota. We have a Kubota tractor, a Kubota excavator, a Kubota diesel zero turn, a Kubota generator, and I think that's it. That's enough. Every single one of them were bought used, either from Facebook Marketplace or from a friend. So I was a little bit apprehensive on trying to find a dealer and establish a rapport with them. Okay, we're going to have a quick cameo of Deb feeding the cows. We feeding them some rye and radishes? Just straight rye? We got all this rye here. We haven't fenced that in yet. And that's just kind of a micro plot for deer, and just so the land grows something, but it's taller than the rye that the cows have. So they love it when Deb is on a walk and she stops and gives them some. They expect it, because that's what their rye looks like on their side of the fence. They may be little, but they sure can eat a lot. So the closest dealer to me out here at Piney Grove is Parrish Tractor in Marianna, Florida. So I went out there and got filters a few times and didn't really talk to them about any kind of affiliation with our channel or anything like that. But I was immediately impressed by how clean and organized their parts department was, how friendly their staff was, and just their willingness to talk to me about tractors, even though I would state, look, I'm not ready to buy yet, but you know, what's Kubota got coming out soon? You know, what's the latest and greatest? What should I be looking for? Should I buy now? Should I buy used? Should I wait till a new model comes out? Because you just never know. You never know if you're not keeping up with the industry, if you're going to buy the last of a model and then a new model is coming out the next year. And I just got a really good feeling about these guys, and they didn't treat me like a stranger. I walked into my old Kubota dealer and they knew me. They knew me by name. They knew my equipment. These dealers can intimidate you, especially like a John Deere dealer that doesn't really push their compact line. They're more into the agricultural and the big tractors. So you come in there for a $50 part, and they almost, in my experience, because I have some John Deere implements, they almost don't want to talk to you. And I thought maybe that's how these guys would make me feel, but they didn't. It was almost like walking into a family, and that stuck with me. That stuck with me. I was glad I found a dealer that put me at ease, because I was going to have Kubota products or Kubota equipment, you know, till the day that I die. Like I said, we own 3 pieces of Kubota equipment that will need service every year. So after several visits, I started talking to them more. They got to know me, and I said, hey, if there's any new model that's coming out, do you mind if I come on site and film? I said, I think the Grand L series is coming out with the new either 60 or 70 series. If you get one here, would you mind if I come out here and film it? And you guys talk about it, and we'll just, you know, have a good time talking about tractors. And they were so open to it. And it's the first time I've asked many dealers in my local area to do the same thing, and they just didn't want to be bothered with it. So I was excited about that. Well, things kind of rolled from there, and they wanted to get out the word that they have a big rental program. So I didn't know this personally. Like, I thought if you wanted to rent an excavator, you had to go to like United or Lesco or different places like that to get one. I didn't know that a Kubota dealer would let you rent an excavator, would let you rent a skid steer, a mini skid steer, and I might be missing something. They might also rent out implements. So they offered to sponsor any major projects that we have going out here at Piney Grove, and the first one in front of us is our pond repair. And that's what sparked this relationship with Parrish Tractor, and they're a Christian-based company owned by Mr. Parrish. I haven't personally met him, but I heard great things about him. People love working for him, and I couldn't be more pleased with the fact that I stumbled into their shop, into their store, and met such a great group of folks. So, to be honest with you, I don't know all the equipment that's going to be coming to Piney Grove. It'll be on a loan type of relationship. They're not going to give me any pieces of equipment, but we did strike a deal on my new tractor. So there you go. If you've come this far into the video, you know what brand my tractor is. I'm not going to give you any more information than that. But the guys have been just so great on keeping me posted. When I build out the tractor on the Kubota website, I put every option on it. This is my lifetime tractor. And Deb told me, you know, don't shortchange yourself. She said, get everything you want on a tractor. Just like I just put a third function on this tractor from Summit Hydraulics. She said, I don't want you out there working to put everything you've put on this tractor on your new tractor. Although the cool top will be coming off of this tractor and going on the new one. So I just went down the list on the build sheet, and I built it out with just about every option. So that will be coming to the channel soon, along with the other pieces of equipment, like I said, on a rental basis. But the first thing we're going to have, I think, for the pond, and I got to go check it today to see if I can get down there and start working, is I think I'm getting I should say I know I'm getting a skid steer. They're waiting for me to tell them to drop off a skid steer. I'm going to be using that to primarily shape the pond. And then if I need to, which I think I will, I'm also going to be getting a bigger excavator from them. And they'll drop it off here for me to use for as long as I need it. So I'll be sharing all that content with you because the pond build is kind of a big deal to us. But going back to the original idea of you should buy a tractor based on the relationship with your dealer, and do you have a good dealer? I think it played in perfectly for me, and now you know what brand I'm getting. Stay tuned to find out exactly the model, what I got put on it, and how it compares to this tractor. That's going to wrap it up, guys. We'll catch you on the next video. Oh yeah, and tractor hard.